And now, it is my pleasure to introduce and congratulate tonight's selected undergraduate speaker, Caitlin Deneen, a magna cum laude graduate in elementary education. A biography of Caitlin, as well as our graduate speaker, can be found in your program. Caitlin?
Good evening and welcome, everyone. I will admit, at first, I was at a loss as to how to address you all tonight. I thought to myself, how can I possibly inspire my peers when there are already so many YouTube graduation speeches that can easily outdo me in every way? I don't have a story of hardship to tell. I'm not a celebrity. I have the same cliches to share as everyone else. And while my life may be a success in progress, I wouldn't say that it's anything inspirational enough to go viral. But one thing I do know is that I have a confession to make. One that I'm sure everyone here has made at least once in their college career, and I know it's one thing I can talk to you about. So, I confess, my name is Caitlin Deneen, and I am a procrastinator. I am an inhabitor of the 11th hour, a creature of the night that scares my roommates when they get up for a drink of water at 1 a.m. I always work better under a deadline, I say to myself while staring dead-eyed at the coffee pot, waiting for it to brew. But we've all been there, right? We're just far too busy. Too busy fitting in everything we've got commitments to, so it's all done right before the deadline. We procrastinate. Some would say they've even majored in it. I know I at least had an unofficial concentration. But I am not here to tell you to stop procrastinating on your work. We all know it's not going to happen. I should know. I made the final adjustments to the speech 5 minutes before I came in here. However, while living in this truly unique place in which I am one of the tallest around, my advantageous stature has allowed me to pick up on the conversations of those around me, and I often overhear people talking about how they're waiting for something, waiting to find themselves, waiting for the opportunity, waiting for some right time. And after hearing so many people say similar things to the same effect, I have been left with a conclusion to share. While you may never stop procrastinating on your work, it's time to stop procrastinating on your life. This is the one assignment you should absolutely get right to work on, because you're never going to know the due date on this one. It takes courage to completely say yes to life, and in that lies the root of our procrastination towards it. It is scary to battle our apprehensions, the obstacles we create, and the habits we hold to live life fully. And it is much easier to continue preparing for the life we want to live than actually attempting to live and embody it. To do that means chancing that it might not work out, that our struggle might be for naught. But from that, I am reminded of the second graders I taught this semester while student teaching. Second graders live life in an extraordinary way. They relish every moment completely. They spar daily with failure in their work, yet know they'll overcome it. They face life fearlessly and embrace it in its entirety, both its beauties and blemishes. But then, this is how we all learn. This is how we all truly adapt and change. Weren't you in second grade once too? Now look where you are tonight. Even our own Blessed Father Chaminade once said, "Never has change been done, and never will it be done without difficulty." So on that note, whether you are sitting near me wearing a very fancy hat, or out in the audience wishing you had one too, know this: there has never been a better time to start living and embracing the best version of yourself. Stop looking for the excuses about waiting for a better time and just go for it. Your being alive is excuse enough. And if you really do need an excuse, well, it's graduation night, a time to celebrate new beginnings. Why not help make them happen? Seize the opportunities in life and start finding your passions now, because time is never wasted doing something that brings you joy. For me, one of my greatest joys in life is watching others share their gifts. And at Chaminade, I have had the opportunity to do this in excess. My memories overflowing with moments like a voice ringing off the walls of the mystical rose, its joy saturating the air with a pure, infectious elation. Watching a dear friend make lay with only the most generous and meticulous kind of love, his art perfumed just as much by the weight of tradition as the scent of the flowers. Witnessing the familial bond of a team about to run onto the court, a fierce spirit and energy surging from the sidelines like a tide. A glimpse through a door, a student inside typing furiously away, ideas pouring forth in such thickness and vibrancy, I swear I saw them jump off the keys. The sleepy calm and clarity of that first step into the Pacific right before paddling out. Friends and faculty in the peripheral. Feeling the collective rush of jittery butterflies, excitement, and just the tiniest bit of terror in the 3 seconds of silence before the song begins at extravaganza. These moments of everyday poetry, though seemingly ordinary, are where passions are born and joys taken. Don't pass up those opportunities. Take a cue from a second grader. Fill your life with more. Once you walk out of those doors this evening, your life is brimming in your hands. You have all the possibilities in the world to create for yourselves, and you, each and every one of you, is in control from here on out. So on that Chaminade class of 2014, may we have safe travels, open hearts, and the ability to spread aloha wherever we steer ourselves. Remember, it's your life, so don't wait a second longer to seize it. Ahui ho.